All right, guys, happy Saturday. This will be our last big test of this week, and it's the 1 rep max jerk. This is super fun. So depending on your comfort level here, you can do a push jerk or a split jerk. Most people prefer the split jerk, but if you have good mobility, push jerk is totally fine. I'll also say this, if you're not comfortable with the jerk, you can do a max push press. This is always a great scale. Talking about coming out of the rack, always that optimal setup. So find your grip just outside shoulder width, all right? Ideally, if you have the mobility, keep as much of your digits on the bar as you can, and you're not going to be in a full front rack position. You want to be more in that 45. You want to be in a position where you can still push, okay? Not all the way here. It's hard to push from there. So again, when you're setting up, take your time, come under the bar, all right? So you can see here's my optimal setup. Got my hands fully around the bar. They're open a little bit. Arms are about 45. Stand up, take a step back. Okay, feet are going to start under the hips. Big deep breath. Catch, recover, and you can drop the bar if it's really heavy. All right. If you're going to do a push jerk, same thing. You're going to come out, nice strong setup, take a step back. All right. So same concept, different footwork, and big thing here we talk about. This feels really heavy for an upper body movement. So we want to focus on getting power from our legs, that good dip and drive. So when you set up to initiate the movement, really focus on staying vertical in your torso as you dip and drive. Try to avoid any leaning forward because we're used to, like, the bar gets heavy, that front squat. We often initiate with the hips a little bit. So stay up and down, and also the knees engage the hips, right? Knees push out, chest is tall before we drive as aggressively as you can, okay? So you got about 15 minutes to build up to a max for today. Have fun with that, guys. Make sure you log your score. Let's talk about our partner conditioning. All right, guys, our partner conditioning for today is going to be a 20-minute Amrap. Switch partners as you see fit. All right, it's going to be 50 cals on the assault bike to start, 40 push jerks, 30 burpees onto a plate, and then 20 front squats. So trade off as much as you want. Strategize for your strengths and weaknesses with your partner. 20-minute Amrap. Okay. So going through, we're going to start off with the bike. Pretty straightforward. From there, we go to 40 push jerks. So push jerk, ideally should be a moderately heavy weight. This will be the same thing you use for your front squats, but something you can do a barbell cycling here. So rep after rep, looks like this, dip and drive, catch, stand, bring it right back down. Okay, if this is a little bit lighter, you're newer, you can just do a push press, much easier, dip and drive. Okay, so trade off as needed. From there, the burpees onto a plate. So we don't do these that often, but it's just kind of like a measurable standard, like going over a barbell. You do a burpee outside the plate, and then a 2-footed jump onto the plate, and then you're back off. Just make sure your whole body gets behind the plate. So this is not a good rep, okay? Just be behind the plate as you go through. You can step forward if you want. Just make sure, again, you do a 2-footed little hop. All right, after that, it's gonna be 20 front squats. So you're gonna pick up the bar, set yourself up, good deep squat. Working through for a 20-minute Amrap, guys. Have fun with that. We'll see you tomorrow.